It's not running this camera. Nobody wants to look at me for it. There we go. Morning, everyone. I'm going to call to order the meeting of the Hamilton County Alcoholic Beverage Board. Let the record reflect that it is December 9th, 2025. It is now 9:03 a.m. I'm Officer Gillum. I work with the State Excise Police. I'll be leading that meeting. We are missing a few board members today, but the three of us up here do vote on all four boards. So there shouldn't be any problems with voting today. So I'll have these gentlemen introduce themselves.
Good morning. My name is Aaron Batt, and I represent Hamilton County and be voting on all the boards.
Well, Mike Colby, appointed by the county council. I'll be sitting on all four boards.
And I should note that this meeting is being recorded with audio and video equipment, so be mindful of anything you say after this point, as it will become part of public record. Do we have anyone here who wishes to voice opposition to any of the permits that are scheduled? Okay, let the record reflect that there are none. If you're planning to offer any testimony, speak to the board for any matter today, I need you to take an oath. So this is probably all of you. So if you would please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm under the penalties of perjury that the answers you've given on your application or any testimony you give to questions asked by the board be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you all very much. We do not have anything on the agenda for board 2 today for Noblesville, but before I move on with that one, is there anybody who believes they have business that should be on the Noblesville board? Perfect. Okay, we're going to start with board 3 for Fishers. We are missing the representative, but we are able to vote just the same. Board members, we have renewals, no violations for the following businesses. We have the American Legion Post 470 on East 126th Street. Payless Liquors, Oleo Road. Payless Liquors, East 116th Street. The Speedway Convenience Store, East 116th Street. Balmoral Golf, that's on Hamilton Hills Lane. Ponchos on Allisonville Road. And then we have an escrow permit, just shows River Retail Place 1 LLC, 96 and Allisonville Road, still under development. Anyone here for those businesses? Okay, board members, questions, concerns, or motions regarding those?
I have no questions or concern. I move to approve the businesses as you read.
I second that motion.
Moved and seconded for approval. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion will carry. Okay, we have a transfer, I believe, of location for the Walmart fuel station going to Ambleside Drive in Fishers. Permit number DL 2934133.
Morning. Jeff McKean from Bose McKinney. I have Ani Blakemore, who's going to be manager responsible for this location.
How do you spell your name? Oh, I know.
Blakemore, Blakemore.
So this is not been built yet.
Correct.
It's currently going to be a vacant lot up in front of Walmart, like.
Beside Walmart. So just north of 131st Street, you've got the Walmart Market or whatever that sits back off of 37 a little bit. And there's a grassy outlot to the south of Walmart, kind of back there on the backside. There's apartments across the street and a liquor store back there. It's not out on 37, but more beside the Walmart, I guess I would say.
Where the sign was posted.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a good spot for one. Okay, when are we thinking this will be ready?
They are breaking ground. We're going to break ground in the spring, and they're right now anticipating a grand opening in August. It's a smaller footprint, but this is there's kind of a representative floor plan. It's
Thank you.
bigger than a kiosk or whatever. There are restrooms inside, but a smaller kind of a smaller convenience store footprint. This sort of shows another. This is actually from Missouri.
Can I keep that?
Yeah.
I had a note that we needed a better floor plan. So
Yeah, that kind of shows the inside a little bit. It's a different store. This is a new concept that there's, I think, maybe only one other one in Indiana right now. Bedford.
Do you want that?
Go ahead.
But you're gonna be your position with that.
I am currently our operations manager or assistant manager of the store, and so I will be
That
doing the same
particular
thing.
store.
She's been at the Fresh Mart, at the Walmart market for 12 years right there, and then she's gonna have responsibility over the
Okay.
fuel station.
Yes.
Okay, I don't have any other questions.
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded for approval. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Nay.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks. Next, we have a transfer of a hotel license for Spring Hill Suites, Indianapolis Fishers on Hague Road. Permit number RH 2934133. Hi, how are you? Thank you. Your name, please.
Angela Krahulik with Ice Miller. I was gonna have Brett Ochepka with me. He's the food and beverage manager for the hotel, but he had something come up this morning. I do have a power of attorney on file for witness Fishers.
That's fine. Let me explain the transfer
Yeah.
of ownership.
This is just a transfer of ownership. The operations won't change. In fact, the hotel is not currently selling alcohol. They did have a management agreement with the former owners. But while they are getting their staff trained and things, they're not selling right now. The only alcohol inventory will be sold out of a locked market cooler. And they understand the restrictions on, keeping that locked at all times and making sure that the employees who are selling the alcohol have permits, don't pass it over.
Yeah, the manager I talked to was very clear on everything. so-
Good. Yeah, we've been getting them up to speed on all of that.
And I guess they had sold before under the previous
Yes,
ownership management, but
yes, MHI was the former owner.
I didn't have any real concerns with this one. It was seemed like they know what they're doing, so. And they are running like a warm hot breakfast in the mornings, and
Mhm.
then offering what other food items through their market as well.
Yes, yes, there's a bunch of grab and go type items in the food.
And the coolers, I don't think were locked at this time, but they will be.
Yeah, when they get alcohol inventory,
Okay. Yep. They know to get it through a distributor.
yes.
Yeah, board members? Anything?
Nope, I make a motion to approve RH 2930394.
Second.
Moved and seconded for approval. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion will carry. Thank you.
Have a great day.
You too.
Okay, next we have a transfer of a hotel permit for Staybridge Suites Fishers on Cross Point Boulevard, permit number RH 2930392.
Morning.
Morning.
You're allowed to say stuff. Yes, sir.
Anyone just introduce yourselves real quick?
Name's Clark Kirkman with Clark Quinn Law. It's Door Hospitality and one of the owners of the hotel. So this is the Staybridge, which is right off 96th and I-69. It's running on a MQ right now, purchasing from a company that the family is actually affiliated. And again, I mean, there's a new GM, but otherwise employees aren't changing. Service policies aren't changing the way, there's no bar. It's just, being sold from the front counter to a hotel guest that might desire.
Who's the new GM?
With swing.
Sorry. It helps me, I remember meeting her.
Yeah.
Helps me place the layout of the business. Are they doing managers receptions?
Yeah, it's a brand standard 2 nights a week, and it's a monitored food and a couple drink minimum or maximum policy.
They run hot breakfast in the mornings
Yes,
and then food items through the market as well.
yes.
Can't remember how that market was laid out. I don't have the floor plan with me. But I understand nothing over the countertop.
Correct.
Everything's kept in locked coolers. Everything comes through a distributor.
Correct.
Okay. I think when I talked to your GM, she was clear on all that stuff.
Yeah.
So, okay. I don't really have anything else.
No, I make a motion to approve RH 2930392.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded for approval. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion will carry. Sorry to have to bring you back to that.
That's okay. Thanks, guys.
Somehow we missed it, what, a couple months ago.
And
I won't tell her.
is there a final inspection involved
I've
or?
already done it.
Okay,
No, we're good.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
I'm assuming no changes or remodeling is scheduled or,
No, just in the rooms, fresh paint, furniture, but nothing before.
that's easy. Thank you, sir. Okay, regarding the renewal of violation for the Britton Tavern, permit number RR 2933050, that has been continued for 1 month. Okay, we have renewal of violation for Wild Ginger on East 116th Street, permit number RR 2932558. Good morning.
Nick Bros with Bradford and Riley, and with me have Tiffany Zhao,
So, yeah.
owner for Yama and Wild Ginger.
Okay, so it looks like an October 1st, 2024 alcohol compliance failure. Charges for furnishing alcohol to a minor, no employee permit, no record of an employee permit, and the sale of carry out alcohol when prohibited. $1,250 fine was paid. How long have you owned this permit?
I think, 2016 since,
And you've had a couple other minor issues, I think, since then.
And they buy some booze from,
Yeah,
them with a distributor,
that did not show up as a violation.
didn't?
No, I think the only other violation I saw on record was from 2018, which was also a sale to a minor. This one concerned the host, who completed a transaction and did not have an employee permit. Michelle was out of the store, so he thought he was being helpful. But servers are the only ones at the store that have employee permits, are supposed to complete the transaction, check IDs, and the hosts up front are not supposed to do that as part of their tasks. So he had completed the transaction and gone back and redone training on everyone, and new hosts coming in or made that explicitly clear. They went back and retrained the rest of the staff as well.
I always find it interesting when we see these, because I'm sure it was covered with him with his, but why, and I'm always hesitant to believe that this was the first time he's done that. I guess it becomes a habit. He's done it before, trying to help out when there's, because they don't just stumble through this stuff. It's a pretty easy.
How long had this employee been with the company?
he only worked there about 1 year. Yeah.
Does he
He
still
was
work
the
there?
host, and then it was my fault. Because host not supposed to serve. I didn't train him about this. You could not serve, and because he's just bring people sit down and then. But yeah, it was my fault. And after that, even the host, everyone working in the restaurant, I've been training for.
And there isn't a bar in here, is there?
No.
It's all table service from the
Yeah.
kitchen. It was at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so you probably don't run a full staff in the middle of the afternoon, do you?
No, we close at 2.
Yeah,
At
it's
the
getting
time.
closed, and sounds like the host provided the alcohol, did the collection of the funds, and then allowed the person to leave with an unopened container.
So is it, Yang still working for you?
No, he's not.
He's not working for you anymore.
So we just have a beer and wine license, but not approved for carry out.
No.
Is there a need to serve alcohol for carry out?
No.
Okay. Would you routinely allow people to carry out alcohol, or was it just because you were closing?
No, because he didn't know.
That, he hadn't been trained
Yeah.
on the policies at all. So it was
And that's fair because he's not supposed to be doing it anyway.
Correct. So
Do
that was,
hosts though typically ring people out?
does the host usually complete a transaction at all, or is it usually the servers?
At the service.
So who was at the present at the time that was a server? Was someone present in the business at that time who was a server?
Server at the tour crowd, maybe server already gone. Because, if no one there, server already there.
So the employee also knew how to ring up and complete sales to the register system.
Yeah, but this system, at the host, he can taking orders of the regular orders, and then also the alcohol orders, it didn't lock.
And it looks like there was the person back in the kitchen had a permit who was a server, at that time.
Yeah. So, I mean, if he was gonna be serving, he would have to be working under the supervision of somebody over the age of 21. Somebody back in the kitchen with a permit doesn't create supervision, but clearly.
Yeah.
So, okay, and I'm assuming you've covered all this?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you guys want to do?
I make a motion to approve it with a 1-year probation.
I'll second.
Yeah, moving to second for 1-year approval, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion will carry. We're gonna do a 1-year probation on this. There are a number of charges in this violation. We want you to make sure that you're keeping on top of all this stuff. This looks like kind of a supervision management. I think it could have been a one-off kid trying to help, but yeah, it shouldn't happen at
Yeah,
this
well,
point.
yeah, I'll discuss that with you.
Okay,
Awesome.
thank
Thank you
you.
very much.
Have a good day. Is there anybody else who believes they have business on board 3 for Fishers? Okay, we're gonna jump over to board 4, which covers the permits in V Westfield. Guess there's only one. Renewals, no violations for Red Habanero, Cary Road. And the Sushi Station, East Herman Trail. Anyone here for those businesses? Okay, board members, questions, concerns, motions?
Westfield, we are from Pinky House.
We'll get to you. You
We'll
have a
get to you.
violation. We're just doing the renewals without violation at the moment. Board members regarding the Red Habanero and Sushi Station,
I make a motion to approve those two as read.
I'll second.
moved and seconded for approval. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion will carry. Okay, now we'll do the renewal with violation for the Pancake House, if you want to come up. This is on East Main Street, permit number RR 2930044. How are you?
I'm the owner of the place and she's the manager.
So you are Miguel?
Yes. He was have a spire license the moment when the officer received us.
Second.
We had an expired license.
Yes.
What is your name?
Helena Bonner,
Please spell your first name.
Lena. Bonner, Vaughner.
So you're here for an August 23rd, 2024 administrative violation. There were charges for an employee without a permit, for the business not having a copy of a permit or tracking to make sure that the employees were licensed. And then also for what we would call retail to retail, which is purchasing your alcohol through an unauthorized source. Okay, do you want to explain what happened?
August 24th, okay. I'm not sure, I wasn't there. But I guess they were looking for my license and it wasn't placed up and it was expired anyway. I have,
About
As soon
the
as I-
purchasing of liquor other than from the distributor.
apparently if we didn't get it from the distributor, we'd go and purchase. just
You know,
a few
you can't
things.
do that.
Yes,
Miguel, how many locations do you own?
With the hardcore, just one.
This is your only alcohol permit?
Yes,
How long have you had this permit?
from 2013.
Yeah, let's see, a violation 2013 for a compliance check and then one in 19 for an expired permit.
I think your permit expired in March 9th of 2024, and this event occurred in August of 2024.
yeah. I wasn't working a lot. My mom was ill and passed away, and I wasn't working a lot during that time, so yeah, I let it.
So they were just
Good
looking
idea.
for. So they didn't have a complaint or anything about you serving without a permit, they just
No.
stumbled across it during
No,
their,
they just came in and my life.
they were trying to find the manager, then they noticed it.
And I was not there that day.
Do you guys sell a lot of alcohol?
No, honestly, we do not.
Where do you typically get it from?
Sip Market, and
Where?
Sip Market, the company, I can't remember the name of the company. And it's from this location here. It's a distributor, Reyes, I believe.
Huh.
Maybe the name. That's the app I use,
How often do you place orders?
not very often, maybe once every 4 months, 6 months. We honestly don't sell a lot.
How involved are you with the business? You're the owner, but do you get involved in all with operations?
Not that much.
Not that much, huh? Are you the only owner?
Yeah,
How does this alcohol get to you?
Delivered,
By whom?
the company.
Okay, I see the UPS on here, so I didn't know
Yeah.
what that was about.
I wasn't there last couple times they delivered.
Who takes care of the orders?
I do mostly.
Mostly,
Yeah, I do.
exclusively, or mostly? Anyone else?
Lately,
Okay,
I just started doing this about a year ago. I started ordering.
okay, so come back to me on this one. How is the UPS store involved in this? Is the alcohol being delivered to you by UPS?
I'm not sure. I wasn't there the last couple times they delivered.
I think on this date, at least when I read through the report, it says that that time you weren't doing
I
the
weren't.
purchases. It says the owner was doing the purchases and you would make the notification to the owner. So were you making the purchases, prior, when this event occurred?
but Peter was not there too.
Yeah, I know you live there.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I'm not sure.
Who
I
was
hope
making
we're
the
back.
purchase? And
I
I'm
may
gonna-
have been that far back. Because yeah, it was before that when I made the
Because
purchase.
here it says you reported to the officer at that time that the owner takes care of the purchases of alcohol.
Okay, I was not there on that day.
On that day, yes, it says, Elena, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I spoke with the manager on the phone,
On the phone.
yeah.
Well, prior to that,
So prior to that, then the owner would have been making the purchases, was your statement at that time?
okay, yeah,
And you're saying you don't do the purchasing?
before that, yeah.
No, I'm saying
Oh.
you've never done the purchasing.
I write on my checks for Monarch like 2 times, but
Mhm.
You do
not
what
that
now?
much. I write it down the checks for Monarch like twice, but not that much.
Well, signing the checks and ordering the booze are different.
No, I sign the check, so
Just sign the checks.
yeah.
So
So I must have been making the for Monarch. I honestly don't remember.
I'll just read this to you. So I
Yeah.
spoke to the manager on the phone who identified herself as Alana Bonner. She informed me that she was the manager of the business. I asked her where she obtained the alcohol from the business. She informed me that the owner takes care of that.
Okay, well, I must have been making the orders and he approved apparently
Yeah, it does go on to say she advised that she would go to the store or liquor store to purchase the alcohol when needed.
if you wanted me to get.
Have you been through the training program at any point?
No.
You've been through a training program with your
For
employee?
alcohol? No.
Yeah. Really? So the training program is required by law and it basically covers safe serving practices,
Mhm.
the legal requirements, hours of operation, where you're allowed to get your alcohol from.
Okay.
We have two people here. What is your position? General manager?
Yeah.
We have the owner and general manager here, and you guys are not even able to really answer basic questions about where you're getting your alcohol from. We had Pearson without an employer permit. The business isn't tracking employee permits apparently. And it sounds like you're more often than willing to admit going to liquor stores and filling in with alcohol as needed.
We do have permits. These are, is that,
And these are all new. From the last year. Yeah, so it looks like after the violation, you guys went and got everything taken care of, right?
well, they had permits. Most of them had permits prior, just definitely on.
Or they expired or?
Mhm.
This violation took place the end of August in 24, and these permits were issued. Are you listed as an owner at some point?
No,
Interesting. Yeah, some of these don't even have issue dates, but yeah, some are shortly after the violation. Are these the only people who serve alcohol?
yes. Well, you know, the minors and stuff, big stuff.
Where did you get your employee permit from? You just applied for it online?
Online.
And they didn't prompt you to take any sort of a training class? Okay.
That would,
The required training class would have been super beneficial in avoiding some of these problems.
I can do that.
Well, it should have been done many, many years ago, both of you. I'm not. There's a reason you have to buy your alcohol through a distributor.
Mhm.
And I don't think you sell enough. And I think you're just going and I bet if we went to the business and really looked and checked inventory, we would find more purchases from stores. Maybe.
Possible.
And you're here requesting a renewal of your license. And we're investigating whether or not you're fit to hold a license. I mean, we could make an argument to deny it.
Sure.
What do you guys think?
Well, I've heard enough. I make a motion to deny the permit.
I second that motion.
Okay. You guys want me to read through the list of options then? Okay, this is in regard to the renewal of existing permits from the local board handbook. We have three options considered that we may consider and we have to cite. Number one, 905-127.3, which is whether the applicant is of good moral character. 905-127.2, whether the permit premise has become a public nuisance. And then the third option, which is 905-127.3, whether any criminal offenses have taken place at the permit premise.
It says it's become a public nuisance.
I don't think we can make public nuisance violation myself, but what we have is you've entered into a regulated industry and you're not really abiding by the regulations. It sounds like you're just kind of doing your own thing. And some of that may just be problems with not serving enough to get distributors to come to you regularly. I don't know. It could just be indifference, but so. Okay, it's been moved and seconded for denial. Again, your motion, which you stick with public nuisance.
Yeah,
Okay. Mr. Bat?
Yeah, I mean, I think not following the regulations and the rules that are administered there and understanding and having an active participation in that from the ownership down is my concern.
and based upon your presentation this morning, the owner's saying he's never ordered it. You're saying he does order it, did order it. So that
That was my understanding.
creates a problem for me.
Okay, so moved and seconded for denial. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? I'm gonna go the same reason you guys have listed. So at this point, we're choosing to deny your permit.
Mhm.
The commission will review the video footage and our evidence next week. I don't know if they'll hear it or not, but at some point they will notify you of their decision and there will be a chance for an appeal. So if you want to appeal it, you may. Okay, with a denial, if this goes through and is upheld by the state and you do not win an appeal, you are not eligible to reapply for 1 year. Okay?
Okay.
So for now, business may continue as you have. You may continue selling
Okay.
lawfully until this has been settled by the state. Okay?
Okay.
Alright, you are free to go.
Thank you.
Okay, we're gonna do a transfer of a 210 license to a location pending spot in Westfield. This is 100 Reed LLC, permit number RR 2943042.
Good morning, Jeff McKean with Post McKinney. It's a location pending for Westfield, 210 type permit. Obviously, since it's location pending, there's no location, there's no orange sign, anything like that.
Where did it come from?
It was Big Woods that held it. They weren't able to get in use in time. This entity is owned 100% by Mark Boyer, who he lives in Peru. He's actually a businessman in Kokomo. He's held other permits. He had a Damon's permit beginning as far back as 1995, operated the Damon's for like 12 years, and then subsequent to that has held other permits. One, a Korean restaurant and a Mexican restaurant that he held and operated on management agreements. I think the only excise violation about 5 years ago, the Mexican restaurant. He's looking for a location to place the permit in Westfield. It would likely be 2 to 3 years before we could use it.
More of a developer or operator?
He was an operator for a period of time. I think it was a franchise, the Damon's, for about 15 years. At this point, he's about 66. I think he would be more of a developer probably.
Okay. Any concept, or is it just looking for a partner with this one, or?
Restaurant concept, high-end casual, but nothing too much beyond that. Yeah, looking for a partner.
Okay, yep. Pretty standard. All right. I don't have any problems. I'll make a motion. We approve.
I second that motion.
Moved and seconded for approval. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion will carry.
Thank
Thank you. Okay, do we have anyone here for Lily Nail Spa? Yeah, this is a new permit, North Gray Road, Westfield, permit number RR 2943068. They did not have their public notification sign and did not appear, so it will be continued for 1 month. Okay, next we have a new beer, wine, and liquor river and lakefront permit for Westfield Collective, East 181st Street, permit number RR 2943037. What is the name of this going to be on? The DBA?
Westfield Collective.
Okay, that'll be what's on the business, on the building.
Right.
Yeah. All right, do you want to introduce yourselves real quick?
Michael Ewers, managing partner in Westfield Collective.
Katie Connor, partner of Westfield Collective.
Each of the owners?
We represent 75% of the ownership group.
Yes, you have other people.
We do.
Yeah,
Someone else.
there's quite a few. There's different entities that also have ownership interest in it, but. Okay, so we're still working out some of the specific details regarding what you can do with the entire space. Have you thought any more about like combining the two under a single entity, or?
So right now it's set up that Westfield Collective will operate the entire facility and own the facility. We have 5 different restaurant concepts and a dessert concept. Those are rental plays. Those individuals will not be selling alcohol. The only alcohol sales will be led through Westfield Collective and Westfield Collective employees. The volleyball side will be operated by iBeach 31.
Okay, and that's kind of where we're going to get into a sticking point, because when I talked to my lieutenant yesterday, we cannot have a separate corporate entity kind of sharing space. So either we have to divide them completely out, bring iBeach 31, basically kill that corporate entity, bring it under Westfield Collective. And I know you said there was some complicated stuff with Westfield Collective owning all the property. This is going to be something for the state's attorneys to figure out. But just so you want to kind of just describe the entire like business.
Yeah.
I mean, we could start with a giant rectangular building with multiple levels.
Sure.
Half of it's indoor volleyball, half is entertainment.
It's a food hall
Food and
concept. Yes.
yeah. And from what I understand, I don't think I've met you before, but you've got some of these in Ohio?
I do, yes. So we opened Liberty Collective in the Cincinnati suburbs about 4 months ago.
Okay.
Almost identical with the exception of the volleyball building. That's a new addition here in Westfield.
And seat capacity is pretty crazy.
766 is our occupancy in Liberty. I would expect something similar on the food hall side.
Okay. Food hall vendors upstairs?
Downstairs.
Downstairs.
Mhm.
Okay, upstairs, we're just like private dining booths.
Correct.
Okay, that's what I've,
And one bar.
then outside patio space as well.
Yes.
Okay. Did you bring the affidavit for the sign posting?
You do.
That's okay. Got extras.
So is I Beach 31 selling beer and wine?
No,
They're not, they,
no, they're just operating the volleyball facility.
don't they have a license?
They did, when, because Katie was trying to basically create her own concept, they brought in a partner, killed that old permit,
Oh, I see.
applied for a new,
Okay.
does that sum it up pretty quickly?
Yes.
So, yeah, the permit is gone.
And I think today we are approving the concept and the legal stuff that you talked about. will be
Yeah, we're
filled out.
approving the applicant, the floor plan and everything else, we'll sort that out. It's just gonna be a matter of what we have to move around, or if we do, because you do want to have alcohol carried into the volleyballs.
Correct.
Correct.
And if you want to, because you've handled the sign post, I'm gonna have you sign there. I'll fill out the rest of it. This sign, I've got a photo of it.
Okay.
It's been up for 10 days, right? Yes,
Yes.
okay. When are we opening?
Occupancy date is tentatively January 31st. We'll have about a 3-week training period, so right towards the end of February.
Okay, I asked so I know how much time I have to work on this. Okay, we'll try and get that. So in addition to like the food hall stuff, you're also planning on having events, right? Conference.
Right,
Sure,
so
talk about some of the-
that's part of our business model is a pretty robust programming calendar that includes live music, family movie nights. We do trivia, a lot of programming with schools and local organizations. We also have private meeting spaces where companies can host events there as well.
It's quite a space. Okay, I don't have any problem with the application or anything like that. We're gonna sort out the other stuff. I'm working on it. A few more phone calls and conversations, and hopefully have some definitive. Is there anything you want, after our discussion yesterday, is there anything else you want to add before I call my lieutenant back?
What's the hours of operation?
So the coffee shop open at 7 a.m.
Okay,
Restaurants open at 11. During the week, we'll close at 10 p.m. Friday and Saturday nights, 11:30, with the exception of maybe 2 or 3 times a year, New Year's Eve being one of them, where we extend past midnight. This is not an establishment that's open till 2 or 3 a.m. That's not our business model or clientele we service.
And what will you be serving? What kind of food?
So there's 5 different concepts. There's Americana burgers, beef barbecue. There's an Asian concept, Italian street eats that includes pizza, handcrafted Mexican and chicken. And then we have a hard ice cream group that's coming in that'll serve sundaes and malts, milkshakes.
And remind me, is Westfield Collective, what's your connection with these businesses? Are they running their own corporate entities selling food, or is it all tied into one point of sale system?
So we own all the equipment. They come in and operate within that space.
And what are their leases for? 1 year?
We stagger them anywhere from 24 months to 39 months, so we don't have everybody coming up on the same.
That's smart. Because that's gonna be learned the hard way. Okay, all right, I'll let you know if I have any other questions, but, you have anything for us? Any questions?
No.
Okay, all right, board members?
I don't have other questions. I move to approve RR 2943037.
I second that motion.
Yeah, moved and seconded for approval. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Okay, motion will carry.
Thank you.
Okay, getting close. Have a great day. Is there anybody else who believes they have business on board 4 for the Westfield? All right, moving on to board 1 for Carmel, renewals, no violations for American Legion Post 67 in Sheridan. Payless Liquors North College Avenue, Indianapolis. Upland Brewing Company, East 116th Street, Carmel. Rise, Old Meridian Street, Carmel. Thai Season Restaurant, South Range Line Road, Carmel. Anyone here for those businesses? Okay,
I make a motion to approve those as read.
I'll second.
moved and seconded for approval. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion will carry. Okay, renewal with violation for, is it Peto's Authentic Greek Restaurant, West Main Street, Carmel. Permit number RR 2940017. Hello. Remind me, you're alone on this one.
Yeah, so we addressed the violation last month.
Yes.
We were just addressing the ownership, the
Okay.
additional ownership information. So with the disclosure, we have Elaine, the husband, who had it on,
Okay.
who had been operating as manager for, he is listed in ownership now as 50/50 with his wife.
Was she somehow involved in the no employee permit violation? Or was that just somebody else?
No, I believe that was somebody else.
Okay.
I recall it was a,
I know we addressed that last week.
yeah, I believe it was a server situation that they were there temporarily.
As you get older, you forget stuff.
Yeah.
Find out something. Okay, and you did share the paperwork with me where you've updated the ownership. Okay. I don't really have any other issues. Because they were here for the violation last month. This was just that they identified himself as, his wife identified
Right.
herself as a owner and was
Yeah.
not listed.
No, she's been listed since the beginning. He also identified as an owner. It was originally her concept. And then he's just begun, it's kind of been a family operation. So he and his daughter have taken over day-to-day operations and identified as owner. So we got him listed in.
I think we've covered our bases on that one, so.
Yep.
Yep, I'll make a motion, we approve.
Second,
Moved and seconded for approval. All in favor, say aye.
aye.
Aye, opposed? Motion will carry. Thank you. Okay, next, transfer of McClure Oil to Inglewood Road in Cicero, permit number DL 2921660. How you going? Let's introduce ourselves real quick.
Michael Kenner, Director of Operations for McClure Oil. Kevin Ott, District Manager for McClure Oil.
What was your last name?
Ott, OTT.
So basically close the old store down the road and open up brand new. That's nice. Yeah, shiny and nice and everything.
Yes, sir.
Okay, did you bring your affidavit with you?
I did not. I didn't know if she had a copy. I apologize.
So is this gonna be a 24-hour location? Or?
Yes.
Say, sometimes I see 24-hour locations, and I wonder really, but this is seems like a pretty good location for it.
Yeah.
So what's your business concept?
We're a convenience store. So no Romans, fuel, convenience products, maybe some beer and wine, carry out.
Need someone to sign here, I'll fill out the rest of it for you. How many more of these you're opening?
This is the last one. This was just a relocation for, we've got 36 locations across the state, 24 have permits for beer and wine.
If for any reason you do transfers or anything again, that orange sign really needs to be up closer to the road where it's visible to everybody, not just customers. It was kind of on the fringe of what I would accept.
Yeah.
So, but I know there were some guy inside harassing the manager about when you're getting beer and wine, so apparently he knew. Tell us about the register systems and how we stop the sale of
Yeah,
age restricted products.
All the register systems are set up for the blue law, so it will flag any age restricted item. The process is the cashier has to scan an ID. If they don't scan an ID, there is an exception for IDs that do not have scannable functions like a passport or certain things, but the 98.9% of everything is scanned. So we use a program called RTO. It's a national program for training for all of our employees before they're allowed to operate a cash register. No employees under the age of 21 in the facility.
So there's essentially a bypass button for.
Only for items that will not, for IDs that will not scan, because we have to passports and certain things that do not have scannable dates.
Everybody knows to check everybody under the age of 40. So what if we have somebody who's clearly over the age of 40 who doesn't have their ID with them?
We still scan and we do not sell, unfortunately, if they don't.
There's no bypass that gets around it.
Not supposed to be, but
So if there's a bypass, the employee has to do a bypass, do they contact someone who's manager on it?
they have to type in, hand type the ID and type in the type of ID.
Well, if they don't have an ID with them,
If they don't have an ID, so no ID, no sale,
period.
period.
Because someone can't type in just a fake date of birth?
No.
Interesting. Well, that should keep you from having violations.
And so supposed to.
I was gonna say, have you had any, you mentioned,
At this
20 plus, across the
In
state?
the history of the company, we've had 5 in
Yeah.
20 years.
How many years?
20+ years, it's 5 and
And I think you said 17 different,
18 locations.
18, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty good odds.
All right, we got your affidavit. I don't have any other questions. Nice seeing you again.
Good to see you.
All right, board members,
I make a motion, to approve, DL 2921660.
I'll second.
moved and seconded for approval. All in favor, say aye.
All right.
Aye, opposed? Motion will carry. Good to go. Take the sign down.
Thank you.
How long does it take for the actual transfer before we get from that?
So we are a recommending board. The state will vote on this. State meets first and third Tuesdays every month, so it'll be heard next Tuesday. They say 48 to 72 hours, so by the latter part of next week.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Can we have a transfer of ownership for Greek's Pizzeria, 120 East Main Street, Carmel? Permit number RR 2943057. All right.
Yep.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Okay, so you bought another location.
Yep.
Didn't learn your lesson, huh?
I was gonna say, I feel like you were up here not long ago.
About a year ago.
Yeah.
Okay. So the folks that you bought this off of, they didn't really keep it for too long.
They did not. No, there's some health problems with the reason they had to divest 3 other stores.
Wow, that happened fast. Okay, it didn't look like there were any changes to the floor plan from what it was approved as when they came through.
Yep.
Yeah. So we have, what's our inside seating capacity?
Last, I think it's like 34.
Okay. Alcohol is stored in the kitchen, walked to the tables.
Correct.
Nobody's being served over the counters top.
No.
The one side of the business, patio side, I guess we would call it. Is that for walk-in customers for pickup orders, or is that just employees?
That's just employees right now. Now, will that change over the next year depending on volume? That's the plan, to make that carry out delivery.
In the
I
past, I
understand
think
if
it has
that
been.
happens. If that happens, I'm gonna have to move where I store the beer right now behind the counter.
So it's actually just kind of in that employee, it's all in employee space now.
That's all employee. And if you look on that door that you're talking about, it says employee entrance only.
Yeah, okay. It's pretty easy then. If you do make that change, that's simple. Just email me, text me.
Yep.
And send me a photo and we can just update the floor plan
I can do that.
that way. You've been through the training program?
I have, yes. Same GM as Fisher's as well, so he has as well.
And are you part of the day-to-day operations, or is this investment, or?
I am more involved than I thought I would be,
Yeah, bummer.
especially right now. So, yes, I'm there almost every
We
day.
gotta hurry up so you can get to your shift, right?
Already has the uniform on.
That's right.
Okay. Make sure everybody goes to the training program, make sure you have employee permits, make sure you're getting your alcohol lawfully.
Yes.
Do you have any questions for the board?
What is the process if I wanted to do carry out? Is that something that you would approve?
It is a form that you would submit to the state. It's basically just verifying that you do, the vast majority of your sales is in dining. So you're not taking a restaurant permit and trying to use it as a dealer permit. So yeah, you should be fine with that. I will make a note to send you the carry out paperwork.
The only reason I ask is my distributors, they all know that I have the hearing today and they asked me to ask about it. So, because I don't think my current license allows for that. Is that accurate?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm only looking at your existing one. Let's see. Caramel. It would have been eligible. It's just.
I just need to fill out some paperwork.
Mhm.
Probably pay.
No. We'll do this one for free. Yeah, and I don't see anything under Hawthorne United showing that they requested it.
Okay.
This might take me a second. I can get into the database.
It's okay. I can email you about it. We can chat about it via email.
It'd probably be just as fast to apply for it under your current.
Okay.
Okay. Yep, we can get that taken care of. Okay, just give me an affidavit.
Yep.
Okay, board members, questions, concerns, motions?
I make a motion to approve RR 29433057.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded for approval. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
Thank you.
Motion will carry. The one thing I'll tell you just with carryout, it cannot be sold from like a self-service type area. It's all gotta be sold from your inventory, from your stock back in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And walked out. And same thing, like if you can't hand it over a countertop in the restaurant situation, carryout would kind of have to be delivered to the table or around the side or.
I'm not even convinced I'm ready to do this yet. I was just merely asking for informational purposes.
Yeah.
So,
It's a revenue stream.
yeah. that's
Make
kind
enough
of what-
revenue, maybe you don't have to work.
Or work more.
That's right. We'll see. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Kyle.
No problem. Okay, next we have a new beer and wine retail permit for the Champagne Society, West Main Street, Carmel. Permit number RR 29431112.
Cleared out the space for you.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, how are you?
Hmm.
Okay, we'll do introductions real quick.
Yeah, Nick Rose, yeah, from Bradford and Riley, and with me I have Chad Helm and Kimberly.
A second, yeah.
Thank you. Didn't want to mispronounce. Owners for the Champagne Society.
So there was some issues with the posting of the orange sign. I told you that we would, I was not inclined to accept the posting. I told you that we would let you come here and kind of make your argument to the Carmel representative who is out with a family emergency. You want to kind of explain to the board what happened? I'll start. The sign needs to be posted where it is visible and accessible to the general public. The company who is acting as a preparer for this permit posted it and sent photos where it was up near Main Street, completely visible in compliance. At some point, that sign was moved back into an alleyway where it would only been visible to your customers as they enter the building.
So I was unaware that you couldn't move a sign. I didn't know that. And where the sign was is right near my spa. I own both buildings, so there's two entrances, and it looked like that the spa was, I felt like, I didn't know that. I felt like the spa looked like they were applying for the license. I didn't want people to think that. And so I just innocently took the sign and put it over by the main doorway where the Champagne Society entrance would be. I had no idea that was like a bad thing. So
Any confusion about who had applied for it would have been noted when people had actually read the information on the sign. They would have seen that it wasn't the spa that was applying for it. The sign is supposed to be posted, visible and accessible for 10 days immediately preceding the hearing. I believe in the message that you left to the district office or somewhere that was forwarded to me. You said you had just moved it.
it did, yes. It had been up, and I just, something else that had happened when we were applying for a permit or for a build out with the location. They had posted that on the wrong door. When I talked to Mr. Holt with the city commission, and he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, we put that sign on the wrong door." So in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, everybody thinks this is 228. So he said, just take that, rip that off. We put it on the wrong door. So in my mind, I kind of thought, oh, they thought this is also 228 up here. It was just like, I didn't realize, since he also with the city just said, oh, that was on the wrong door. I just thought, oh, okay,
How long had it been moved?
probably a couple days. I mean, it had I literally just did it. Like, I kept walking by it every morning as I'm entering the spa. And I just thought, oh my gosh, we've had this sign on the door, on this front of the spa door, and now this big sign sitting here. And so I just,
Would the spa customers be opposed to you having an alcohol permit? I see lots of spas that have them.
I don't know. It just didn't seem like something I didn't think it was a great image for my spa. I just didn't, I don't know. I just wasn't thinking that was, and plus I thought, oh, this is for the Champagne Society, not for the spa. It certainly wasn't to hide the sign.
Yeah.
As the neighbors, we've been there 19 years.
Yeah.
We're kind of a staple there, and the neighbors are all very happy. They've come by.
And if the new location had been facing the street, it wouldn't have been an issue, just the fact that it was kind of down.
So,
And I also that on the spa, she is more of a health focused spa, so that I understand the image concern there.
So
it
not-
was the image concern, and
Not a fun.
not,
Right.
it wasn't, again, we've talked to all the neighbors. My husband's on the board for the homeowners association for the building, so we're integrated into the community there, and we certainly are not looking to, for a problem or to violate something to start off, so that was my fault.
Okay. And the sign was moved back up front,
Yes,
what, Thursday, Friday?
as soon as it.
Whatever they asked
happened,
us, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's been in place for 5 or 6 days again at this point. It'd been up for a few days before that. I'm indifferent. That area has so much traffic.
I don't have any problem
I
with
don't
it.
either.
Okay. Okay, no problem with the posting.
Right.
So let's talk about the business. I've expressed concerns with the seating. I got your,
Video, did you get the video?
I did.
Okay, yeah, I think we
It's-
went through and add table chairs and looks like there's sufficient and along with the bench seating around the edges.
Yeah, so this is a very tight space, just so you guys understand. I've expressed concerns with meeting the minimum requirement for seating, the ability to, what is the word? Accommodate 25 people. So that kind of goes a little bit beyond seating. It's a restaurant permit, so that's kind of what we're looking at. I'm gonna come by this afternoon after my Tipton board. I'm gonna meet with one of you or all of you, and I'll walk through it and we'll see where we are. We'll kind of make a decision. The video definitely helped. When I was in there, the cleaning, people had stuff all
Nothing
moved
moved
around.
up, yeah, yeah.
Which is, I mean, you want them to move stuff when they're cleaning. So what's the square footage?
400 square feet.
What does the fire marshal give you guys for occupancy?
When I had Mr. Holt out last week to just kind of go over everything, he said when things get situated, in a couple of weeks, we'll have the fire marshal out. So they have not come by yet
Okay,
to do that. They said, we want to come by and look at exit signs, but he said everything looked good. So he said, it's just gonna be a formality. We'll come by, and he said, but send me an email in a couple more weeks when things were in place and we'll come over.
So is the requirement they have to be able to see 25 for this particular,
for yeah,
liquor license?
any type of restaurant license. Yeah, and they've got seats. But I've seen places, this is one of the smaller ones I've ever seen that I've seen places where they just cram seating in for 25, and in reality, while you have seats for 25, you could not accommodate 25 people. Like there's the one fine example, we had like a business out in Putnam County that had 4 chairs around a 2-top. I mean, there would have been zero room for people to back up once you actually fill the space with guests. So we'll come by, we'll look at it. I'm going to be curious to see what the fire marshal gives you for occupancy. When we deal with catering hall permits, those have a seating capacity requirement of 250. So we often will go by what the fire marshal says. If they want to give you occupancy for 240, we would have a problem. Any more than 250, we're good. So we don't generally expect to see 250 seats, but
So what if the fire marshal only gives a seating or a capacity of 20?
they couldn't even meet the requirement to have 25 people in the business.
No, I mean,
Right. Oh,
then their license would be,
potentially, yeah. Yep. So we'll look at it between the fire marshal and I will make a decision, but I just want to make sure you guys don't get too far ahead and have to cancel events that you've already scheduled.
I mean, one option, I mean, I don't want to have to go this route, but I mean, we do own the whole building, so we put in a wall to kind of separate things, but if we had to, I guess we could look to knock out a wall.
What's on the other side of the wall?
That,
So if you knock out a wall, you would take as part of another business or what?
no, well, just like our space upstairs, yes, that we.
So it was
yeah,
a converted townhouse.
Yeah,
So right now they're only operating on the first floor.
yeah, so we
But there
could,
is they sealed off the stairway to the second floor, but could possibly reopen that.
I think when it was the chocolate business, there was a business there before us.
Yeah.
She had already sealed off the wall and we were like, oh, that's great. We'll just keep it like this. But if you had to, I mean, there probably are some options, but
What are we using the upstairs space for now?
right now it's not operating.
So no one's like living up there.
No.
sorry if I missed this, tell me the business concept and,
Yeah, that's a good one.
what
Just.
the Champagne
Just-
Society is about.
Yeah, it's just a very, just kind of intimate setting, just to, actually to be a true champagne bar because most places you can't go and order a glass of true champagne. So bringing in just a higher and private events, small gatherings. I mean, it kind of started because at my spa, we don't serve alcohol, and women would say, oh, I'd love to just now go and sit and have a glass of champagne. That's really where this started because they would all say that after their treatments. And so
What's your cuisine? What are you gonna be serving?
just a charcuterie, just so there's no hot like kitchen, but we do have someone that's run several restaurants over, kind of helping us, guide us on that. What are the rules? So it will just be caviar and charcuterie boards.
By law, make sure you know you have to have
Moving forward.
Yeah,
hot soup, hot sandwiches, coffee, milk, and soft drinks.
so luckily,
You know, I understand you won't be serving it necessarily, but you do have to have,
yes, we do have to have food. Yes, so we have someone that's several restaurants that's kind of overseeing or guiding, talking to us about what consulting what has to happen there.
hot pockets and caviar.
Are you,
Right.
you hired your employees?
Through his advice, he's very connected. He's the chef for the Colts. He's the gallery pastry chef. He advised that since we still aren't open and we're still moving to that, he has enough resources from people that work for him that for events, he was going to place people that are trained and he trusts in that until we work the kinks out, because we're not gonna just be open all the time, so we can't really hire a full staff. So he suggested he take some of his good people to work a few things till we figure out how that flow is.
So is it more of scheduled events versus a certain hours in operation?
I think our thought and through his advice is the first couple months that we do it slowly so that we figure out how that is gonna work and what, we're not looking to be a place that's just open all hours. I mean, it's gonna be very concentrated. And then once we see if that's working, then we might eventually open that up to the public. We talked Wednesday through Saturday, probably 2 to 9 or 2 to 10, because most people would have a glass of champagne and then go to dinner or go elsewhere. We're not looking to be open late. We're not looking to have huge, I don't see,
Can I get something other than champagne or is my only
Yeah.
champagne?
Yeah,
Coors Light.
nine,
VR.
Oh.
so,
Okay, it's an interesting concept. There's definitely gonna be some challenges and it sounds like we got good people helping with. Because I agree. I don't think you can just open up and expect people to come flooding in
Right.
with regular restaurant hours, so. Okay. I don't have any problem with the operation of the concept or the applicants. I'm okay making a motion to approve it. We just have to work out the floor plan stuff.
thank you.
Um,
I'll second that motion.
Moved and seconded for approval. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you
Opposed?
very much.
Motion carried.
Thanks.
And
Be in communication with your fire marshal and that schedule and everything, and so
did I,
be in communication with your fire marshal and so on
I
schedule,
would get
like
on
you said,
there.
this afternoon, you want to stop by for?
Yeah, my 12 o'clock meeting in Tipton, that will take
Yep.
a minute. Then I'll head back south.
Send by.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you very much.
Have a good
Thank you all.
Okay, board members, we got nothing else, so I'll make a motion that we adjourn.
Second?
Moved and seconded for adjournment.